The Krillian fleet hung in space like a swarm of metallic locusts, their weapons charging with the distinctive hum that had brought a dozen civilizations to their knees. Commander Mia Chen stood on the bridge of the UHNS Prometheus, her dark eyes scanning the tactical display with practiced calm. Beside her, Lieutenant Kevin Torres gripped the edge of the console, his knuckles white. "They don't believe we exist," Kevin muttered, watching the enemy formation. Even now, Mia allowed herself a thin smile. "Let's educate them." The galaxy had long forgotten humanity. 10,000 years of isolation behind the Sol barrier had reduced Earth to myth, a story told by the oldest species to explain gaps in their historical records. Ancient ruins on dead worlds bore strange symbols that matched no known language. Derelict stations in forgotten sectors contained technology that defied reverse engineering. The precursors, they called the mysterious builders. The first ones, the ghosts. Never humans. The Krillians had arrived in the Deneb sector 3 cycles ago, crushing the peaceful killer civilization with ruthless efficiency. Their warlord Jask had declared this region of space would be absorbed into the Krillian Empire. The Galactic Council had deliberated, debated, and ultimately cowered. 40-member species, and not one had the spine to stand against the invaders. Then the barrier fell. Humanity had been watching, listening, waiting. For 10 millennia, they had developed in secret, their technology advancing along paths the galaxy had never imagined. When they finally stepped back onto the galactic stage, they did so quietly, with observers and diplomats rather than warships, until Jask made his fatal mistake. He attacked a human convoy carrying aid to the killer refugees. "Enemy fleet is hailing us," Kevin reported. "Audio only. Put them through." Jask's voice crackled across the bridge, thick with the universal translator's approximation of Krillian contempt. "Unknown vessel. You fly no recognized banner. Identify yourself or be destroyed." Mia leaned forward in her command chair. "This is Commander Mia Chen of the United Human Naval Ship Prometheus. You have committed acts of war against humanity and our allies. Power down your weapons and prepare to be boarded." A sound like grinding metal echoed through the speaker's Krillian laughter. "Human? There are no humans. They are fairy tales, bedtime stories for hatchlings. You insult my intelligence with such a Kevin, if you please," Mia said calmly. Kevin's fingers danced across his console. Every screen on every Krillian ship suddenly displayed the same image. Archaeological evidence from 100 worlds. Human settlements. Human art. Human graves. A timeline stretching back millions of years. Dwarfing the mere 100,000 years the Krillians had crawled among the stars. The precursors. Jask's voice had lost its mocking edge. "Were us," Mia finished. "We left the galaxy to grow without our interference. We watched civilizations rise and fall. We hoped you would learn to build rather than destroy. But some lessons, it seems, require a more direct approach. You are one chip." Jask snarled, recovering his bravado. "We are 300. Your ancient technology cannot add the Prometheus shifted. Not in space, but through it. Quantum entanglement drives phased the ship through normal physics, allowing it to appear simultaneously in 12 locations around the Krillian fleet. Each position unleashed a weapon. The galaxy had never seen particle beams that ignored shields, targeting the precise quantum signature of Krillian power cores. 50 ships went dark in an instant, their crews unharmed but their vessels completely disabled. "Ancient technology," Mia echoed softly. "You misunderstand. While you were conquering, we were advancing. While you were stagnating in your empire, we were exploring the fundamental nature of reality itself." Kevin pulled up another display. "Sir, the Krillian reinforcements are jumping in." 2,000 ships, Mia nodded. "Signal the fleet." Space rippled. First 10 ships appeared, then 100, then 1,000. The human fleet emerged from quantum slip space, each vessel a testament to 10,000 years of uninterrupted advancement. Dreadnoughts that bent gravity itself, carriers launching fighters that moved faster than light in real space, frigates whose hulls existed partially in higher dimensions. The killer monitoring station in the outer system recorded what happened next. Historians would study the footage for generations. The battle lasted for minutes, not because the Krillians were weak, but because humanity had learned to fight in ways that made conventional warfare obsolete, weapons that rewrote the laws of physics in localized space, shields that existed in probability rather than physicality, tactics developed by AI strategists who thought in quantum superposition. When it was over, the Krillian fleet hung dead in space, crews alive, but ships completely neutralized. Not one human vessel had been scratched. "Open a channel to Jask," Mia ordered. The warlord's face appeared on screen, his 4 eyes wide with something humans recognized across any species fear. "You will withdraw from killer space," Mia said, her voice carrying the weight of humanity's return. "You will return all territory seized in the last decade. You will submit to Galactic Council arbitration for war crimes. And you will do so within 1 solar cycle, and if we refuse..." Jask's mandibles clicked nervously. Mia's expression hardened. "Then you'll discover why civilizations across the galaxy told stories about the precursors disappearing entire species who threatened galactic peace. We didn't vanish, Warlord. We were always here, watching, waiting, hoping we'd never need to remind the galaxy what happens when humanity says enough." Kevin cut the transmission. "The Galactic Council is requesting immediate communication." Sir, they're terrified." "Good," Mia said, settling back in her chair. "Fear might teach them what diplomacy couldn't, that peace requires strength, and that humanity remembers its responsibilities to the innocent." Through the viewport, the Krillian fleet began its retreat, their ships limping away under escort. On 1,000 worlds, species that had thought themselves alone against tyranny watched the recordings. The precursors were real. The ancient legends were true. Humanity had returned, and the galaxy would never be the same. End.